Well, good morning to you, Faith Family and Free Enterprise. I have a more business-focused video I want to make for you this morning. I'm sitting here outside my daughter's orthodontist, and she's getting her braces tweaked and stuff like that. And it got me thinking as I'm sitting here, and I have some time to do some visualization. And yes, I'm wearing a t-shirt because I haven't had to go on any sales calls yet today. I have some this afternoon. But it got me thinking about the spirit of entrepreneurship. It can come across to some people almost as though we're like a spirit of rebellion. And here's what I mean by that. Entrepreneurs are typically the people who are filled with wonder. Now, when all of us are children, we are filled with wonder. We have this sense of wonder every time we see something big or something new or something different. We're just like, wow, that looks wonderful. Or we wonder, how in the world did they get that building so tall? Or how in the world is my dad able to lift so much weight? Okay, maybe not. But you get the idea. We are filled with this sense of wonder. So what happens when we grow up is we get experience, and it tells us about failure. And it teaches us, sometimes through repeated failure, it's impossible. Impossible. That's the word I want to think about a little bit this morning, because entrepreneurs are those people who say, why is it impossible? Who say, I wonder if it really is impossible. Or maybe we just haven't done it a different way, or the right way, or a better way. Or sometimes it's just, I wonder if this is the best way. You know, it's possible, it's working, things are going along, but I wonder if it could go along better, faster, more efficient, more beneficial for the world around us. And so there are people that are driven by this sense of wonder. As I was sitting here this morning, I was thinking, I wonder what it would be like if I could be a radically generous giver and just this philanthropic entrepreneur. And I've mentioned this, I think, in one of my earlier videos, but ever since I was in grade school, studying the entrepreneurs of American history and stuff like that, I've thought, I want to be like that, but for Christ. I want to be like that for the cause of Christ. Building libraries, yes, that's cool, that's good. Building schools and buildings and stuff like that are named after me, that's not as much my thing. But I would like to be able to give to missions and be able to give to churches that are planting and growing and building and do stuff like that. Guess what all that requires? More money. A lot more money than I'm making right now. So you get the impression, the only person who says that person is making too much money clearly hasn't given enough away. So that was my wonder this morning. I was thinking, I wonder what it would look like if my business were big enough to be able to be a radically generous giver. And maybe there's something in your life that you are just stuck on and you think that's just impossible, or whatever it may be. And I'm not talking about wondering if God's way is really the best way. There are limits, there are boundaries, there are rules that we need to learn to live within. Now, it's not a problem to wonder why God's way is the best way. It's not a problem to wonder, why do I believe what I believe? Those are good things to wonder. But you understand, when you see the automatic, absolute, just foundational truth, we're not necessarily supposed to wonder, is that really true? Because that's where the devil will get into our minds and will get us thinking. I'm sorry, I'm running a rabbit trail. I wasn't intending to preach on this one. But you get the impression here. I hope you get the idea that I'm trying to say. There is discernment that comes with that wonder, is what I'm getting at. So wonder away. Let your mind be filled with wonder. I wonder what God could do through me today if I actually walked with the Holy Spirit and was in tune to the Holy Spirit the entire day. I wonder how amazing could be the use that God uses me for. Whatever it is God uses me for. I wonder how much better my relationship with my wife could be if I intentionally invested in her love language and made deposits in her love bank. I wonder what my kids could turn out to be like if I were that type of father that always pointed them to Christ. All of my reactions, 100% of the time. Now, we're talking about some things that may be impossible, but could we improve? When we get that sense of wonder and we start to visualize, is the word that's used in my morning routine. We start to visualize, what would it be like if this were in place, this were the way things were, I were this type of person. Then we start to begin to think outside the box of the way we've always done it. And if we always do the same thing, we will always get the same results. I'm sure you've probably heard that before. It's very common for me to hear that in business environment and business teaching, stuff like that. So why not try and figure out a better way? Or figure out what other people are already doing and do it, because I'm not doing it right now. So anyway, I hope that's an encouragement to you, and I hope it's a challenge. Don't just be satisfied with, let me qualify the statement, we are to always be content with what God has given us. But don't just be satisfied with good enough. Be filled with wonder of how much better and how you can be a better person, a better version of yourself, as some people would like to say. But anyway, God bless you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to hit like, subscribe, share, all of that stuff, and have a blessed day. Bye-bye.